Ruth here from artfulstampin.co.uk, and today I'm going to be playing with, inspired by the Pantone colours of the year. So if you don't know what Pantone is and the colour of the year is, go check out Pantone on Google. Basically, like, they are the the gods of colour. You know, they decide, not decide, but they look at trends and they kind of pick a colour a year and say, right, well, this is going to be the colour of the year. It is also, if you're interested in colour, if you're interested in things like fashion and design and stuff like that, you will then start to see sort of trends and things happening. And I was so pleased when I saw this year's, because I thought, we have those colours. We at Stampin' Up have those colours already. Woohoo! So it's basically a really lovely slate grey with a really bright sunshiny yellow. And they've chosen two this year. They don't always choose two, it's usually just one, and I wonder if it's partly to do with, you know, 2021 and the challenges of 2021, and they've gone, you know what, we need two colours. And we've got this kind of like beautiful serious sort of colour, grey, and then we've got it teamed up with this lovely bright yellow, which is kind of like a hopeful, happy colour, isn't it? So I'm really pleased about it, and I like greys and yellows together. So I'm not going to stick just to one grey and one yellow. I'm going to do, you know, a few yellows and a few greys, because we do have basic grey and we do have smoky slate in the Stampin' Up palette. And then we have Daffodil Delight, then we have Bumblebee, and we also have Crushed Curry, which is fairly similar to Bumblebee. And we also have So Saffron. So we have got 4 yellows to choose from. Now, the first idea I have is stamping onto a piece of Daffodil Delight and Bumblebee, 1 centimeter, and then cutting it up and splicing it together. So I'm going to just cut down a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock to start off with, and I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to do this in inches actually, because it's probably going to be a bit easier to kind of figure out the measurements if I do it in inches. Or do it in centimetres and give you the inches. Okay, so if you're doing this in inches, do it 4 inches, and if you're doing it in centimetres, do it at 10. And then cut it at 14 centimetres, or if you're doing this in inches, 5.5 inches, or maybe 5, because I know you guys, your card is a slightly different kind of colour, size. Okay, right, let's get a piece of Bumblebee. So hello, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for being nosy and coming in and seeing what I'm up to. If you missed my earlier announcement, so this, well, let me just, I always like to say the date, because I know there are people who watch this ahead in the future, and it might confuse you if you don't know what day it is. So today is the Wednesday, the 6th of January, and I announced a moment ago that I was doing a giveaway as a little celebration for various milestones I've achieved with subscribers and things. So you have got until Friday, the 8th of January, to comment on that previous video, and I will draw a winner, and you will win a really lovely altered canvas that I did a couple of years ago. So, right, so let's put that to the side, and I've got my stamp apparatus here ready to use. And what I want to do is stamp a really lovely big sentiment here. And I'm wondering whether to have it go smack bang in the middle like that, and then I'm going to actually cut this into pieces. So that's, I think that's kind of in the middle. In the middle. So in the middle vertically and in the middle horizontally. Okay. I'm just going to pop my magnet on there to make sure that this doesn't move at all. Actually, I don't need this bottom piece. And I'm going to grab my basic grey ink pad. Oh, I love a bit of Earl Grey, yes. I did have a a bit of Earl Grey earlier. That is my kind of go-to everyday tea, actually. But Earl Grey decaf. Yeah. And the cheaper version than Twinings. Oh my goodness, Twinings is so expensive here. So I go for the cheaper version, whatever shop I'm in. Okay, so the benefit of the Stamparatus is that you can go in, and if you feel that your image isn't dark enough, you can go back in there and just do it again, which is fab. So I'm going to try and say hello to everybody on the live. I'm not quite set up to seeing everybody just yet because I was busy doing announcements and things. So, right, so who's here this evening? Hi, Martina. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nancy Jo. Yes, happy... What? Sorry, I forgot. Epiphany, isn't it? Epiphany today. Hi, Valerie. Nancy Jo, Christine, Deborah, Jane, Cindy, Vicky, Jan, Christine Gray, Glenna, Connie, Mindy B. Oh, Sheila. Hello. Mr. Linda, nice to see you. Okay, I'll take that one out now. Oh, Martina, I'm well gel, as they say in the UK. Well jealous. Yeah, I ordered something on the 1st and I don't think it's been shipped yet. Oh, really, Nessa? Oh, thank you. Good tip. Coffee is on. I'll be back. Who's that? Jenny from where? Did someone say they were from Brisbane? Ooh, a Harrods box of mixed wood. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Christine Morgan. Very posh. Hi, Janine. Hi, Becky. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. So it's worth taking the time to make sure it's all stamped nicely. Oh my goodness, I cannot get my phone to stand up. Right, there we go. Behave. Oh, now it's flipped. We'll get there, we'll get there. Right, pop this magnet away. So if you've not seen the Stamparatus in action, this is it. And it's basically a stamping platform that enables you to have a little bit more control over how you stamp. And if you make a mistake, say with the inking, you can go back in there because nothing's going to move. Actually, I'm going to keep that there just in case I need to use it again. Right, and then I'm going to bring my trimmer back and cut these in half. So I cut this at 10 centimeters wide, so I just need, oh, I could do it both together actually. I've been doing lots of sorting in the house today and sharpening and sorting of pencils, would you believe? And I managed to break a few nails. I broke that nail and that nail today. There we go. Nice short nails ready for doing lots of packing. So. Hi, Amanda. Helps some of us with arthritic hands. What helps you? I missed that comment. Cindy. Right, so I cut that there, like that. Right, you can all see where this is going, can't you? You know what I'm going to do. So that one goes there. That one goes there. Nope. Nope. There we go. Honestly, you think I'd be able to get this in one go. There we go. Right. And then I want a grey card base. So I'm going to just grab a piece of basic grey. Oh, now my score blade popped out the other day, and I have got a new score blade to put in actually. A friend of mine sent me, and I kept it so safe that I can't find it. So I will be on the hunt for my new score blade. But in the interim, what you can do is just get your score tool and just use the runner that's there in your trimmer, and just go ahead and do it. Oh, I've just realised I've cut that. I've done that too. I've done that wrong. Start again. I meant to do it at 14.5, not 14. There we go. A puzzle idea. Yay. Yeah, I mean, you could have real fun if you stamp that onto, say, 4 different colours. You could do 4, or you could do stripes. You could cut it any way you want. I nearly did stripes actually, but I thought that the sentiment kind of lent itself to doing squares, so that's why I ended up doing that. So glue. Oh, Susan, yeah, I was asking Tom if he'd heard of him, and we were trying to figure out how we knew him. The name wasn't familiar to me, but Tom wondered if he may have heard of him through FIEC connections. So I will maybe ring you and chat it over, because we are both intrigued to know how we know this guy and how he knows us. So, yeah. Oh, need to move that up a bit. Okay, I haven't given that enough of a border. Oh, come on. Okay, maybe I should have placed them first and before sticking. Or stuck them down onto another piece and then trimmed it and then stuck it down. That may have been a bit easier. There we go. Hi, Jan. Oh yes, you could do 6 different colours easily. Yeah. Hi, Tina. What was that to Linda? My notoriety. Yeah. No, I think the notoriety comes from a different place. Yeah. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to lay it out first and then stick, because there we go. I should have done that. And then I'll be happier. Okay. Now, don't think I'm going to leave it like this. This is going to have lots of other stuff on it. I just want to get this base done first. And then we're going to add some nice, I think, flowers. Of course. Got to have flowers. You know. Got to have some joy. Yes, sadly, I have seen the news, guys. I have, but I'm not ignoring it. I just think that you don't want me going on about it as well. We'll keep this a nice, happy zone, because there's a lot of sadness going on in the world right now, and you don't need me to bring down the moment. Feel free to get whatever comfort you need from each other, though. I'm not saying don't talk about it. I'm just saying I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, right, so done that, and I fancied some pretty daisies. And I love layering, ombre layering things. Now, I've got a feeling this is probably going to be too big. Yeah, that is going to be too big. So, never mind, never mind, never mind. We can create, get some daisies cut out, and then we've got our lovely little flower punch that we could do some stuff with. So I'm just going to punch out a few there. And then a couple more there. See if I can rip into this and get another one maybe out of here. Good for you, Delinda. Just keep trying it. It's paper is one of those funny things that you kind of have to master it. Yeah, and it's worth having a go and having another go and having another go. So yeah. Okay, so that's quite cute. I like that. And then try one down there instead. And then the great thing about doing 2 cards at once is that you can experiment. You can go, oh, how does that look with that? And what does that look like there? And so on and so forth. Right, so I think 2 there would be quite nice. And then we could do with something coming around here. And I'd like a darker grey for the centres. So I keep all my scraps of colours in big A4 baggies. So as soon as I've cut into a piece that's not going to be a card base, I put it in my scrap bag, and I store all my scraps in colour families. So Stampin' Up! Have 4 colour families: Regals, Brights, Subtles and Neutrals. And I tend to keep my ink pads and my cardstock in those colour families. It just makes it a bit easier for me to remember where they are. Now, I know some people do store things just by sort of doing the colour rainbow type thing, and I do that sometimes, but when we've recently had not recently, it's probably over a year ago, had a bit of a colour refresh, I tend to store everything in colour families while I get used to it. So, right, I think this needs something else, something pretty. So, oh, I have to confess, I've not been in my craft room properly since yesterday, when I did all that stamping yesterday. So I haven't actually tidied up a lot. I've put a few things away, but there's pretty much all the stamps that I used yesterday are still on my desk. So rather than me grabbing anything else, I'm just going to use what I have, because it looks nice and it goes. So hey, just gonna use it. There we go, that's better. Needed a bit of leafiness going on, a bit of foliage to kind of, it's like, for flowers, you just need to have a little bed for the flowers to rest in. You can't just have flowers floating around the place. They need to have leaves, don't they? So I do tend to put leaves behind flowers. So yes, they do, Deborah. Every few years they have a bit of a colour switch around, and we perhaps lose some colours and then we gain colours. We sometimes see old colours come back. So for example, we saw Mossy Meadow come back, and oh, I remember what else was one that came back. Maybe Mint Macaron, I think it was. Or Soft Sea Foam? No, Mint Macaron was one that came back. And yeah, oh my goodness, we were so happy to see some of those come back. Hello, Gina. A brief hello. She's cooking dinner. Okay. Thank you for popping in. Okay, right, so I've got a little bit of a space up here, and I thought what I would do is cut some smaller flowers to go up there. And also we do have that lovely border punch, which is my new fave for cutting out little flowers. And it's great for using up little, you know, edge bits like this that you might have about in your stash, that you might wonder, how am I going to use that up? Now these designs are very kind of graphic and bold designs. They're a bit different from what I would normally do, but I hope you can see that there's still a bit of my Ruthy kind of, why am I saying Ruthy? Nobody calls me Ruthy. Very rarely do I get called Ruthy. Very, very, very rarely. And I'm not sure I like it, actually. I think I just prefer Ruth. It was the name my parents gave me, and I'm happy with it. My name sometimes gets elongated, and I won't even tell you what someone else calls me, but they are very much allowed to call me the other word that it gets elongated to. But I think there's about 2 people in my life that sometimes call me by that word. Oh, has she? Oh, I did notice that she put an order in. I did, Amanda. Brilliant. She won't regret it, because it is so versatile. Like, sometimes you might need a little flower to go in the hair of a bunny rabbit, or, you know, like a little flower in the hair of a bunny rabbit will just turn it from a bunny rabbit card to a baby bunny rabbit card. So, yeah. Oh, look, see, these little flowers have just brought life, haven't they, to this card, haven't they? It's just so pretty. And you see what I'm doing here? I'm squishing it down into my palm, giving myself a little bit of a, you know, reflexology with my with my score tool here. Yeah, she's going to get a little reward from me for that order. So for those of you, well, actually you guys won't know this, people who are not in my team. But people who are in my team get rewarded if they spend a certain amount in a month. This is a new system that I've instigated in October. So I'm not going to give away numbers, but I'm just going to say that a certain somebody reached a certain target. So I've just realised I've also got left over from yesterday some of this grey twine, which, look, that would go nicely, wouldn't it? So I'm going to plug in my heat tool so that I'm ready to start sticking the twine, because that will make my life a little bit easier. But while I'm waiting for the heat tool to heat up, I'm going to start sticking my flowers together, which is super easy. You just need the tiny weeniest amount of glue. Can you see that? Tiny, tiny, tiny amount. So, and you just pop it there. And then because you've got a little bit of wiggle room, wiggle room, you can then just twist the second layer so that you know that you're in the right place. So. People shorten you to Rainy. Really, Lorraine? That's interesting. I would never have thought to do that. I made a girly birthday card with vellum leaves for my niece who has 3 teenage boys. Oh, it's got to be done, isn't it? Bit of vellum. Thank you, Jane. I didn't know where this whole grey and yellow thing was going to take me today, but I'm quite pleased with how these are turning out. Okay, so those two are off to the side. These two can be, or 3 can be stuck. Oh, the other thing I needed to mention was the paper share. So I jiggled some numbers yesterday. So the total amount to purchase all the papers plus the foil sheets in the mini January to June catalogue would come to £109, I think. So if I have 4 people sign up, it worked out about 27 something. So with postage, I'm going to charge £30 for a share because it will be a small parcel rate. I'll have to send it. So that's open to the UK. If you are in Europe, then I'll probably just add a little bit extra for postage if you do want to participate. So if you do, you need to email me and let me know, ruthtrice@gmail.com. And I will then PayPal invoice you, and then I will order the papers. So I need combinations of, well, I can have 4 people sign up to this first round, or 8, you know, or 7 actually, because I don't mind having 1 share. So actually, another easy way to create a bit of zhuzh behind is just to tie a bow. So you can do that. Oh, actually a double bow. Hold on, let's do that again. So tie a bow. And the great thing about tying a bow with twine is that you haven't got to worry too much about what direction the ribbon's lying in or whatever. Okay, so there we go. That's my double bow. I'm just going to pull these a little bit smaller, like that. And it doesn't even matter that it's a bit loose in the middle either, because we're going to stick it down with hot glue. Oh, I wouldn't dream of calling you Christine Morgan. It's funny that, isn't it? I would never have thought of ever to call you that. Oh, my hot glue gun stuck to the board. Okay. Pop that in the middle there. A little bit of glue on there. As I said, it's still warming up, so it's not very runny yet, but never mind. There we go. That was easy peasy, wasn't it? Why is it sticking to the... Oh, got a bit sticky on the back of there. Right, so then we've got this lovely little cluster of grey ones over here. Do we want a bit of twine over there as well? I think so. Oh, that's funny, Christine Gray. You're called Chris everywhere apart from on here. You could change your name on here if you wanted to. I was called Matilda until I was 7. Until your father heard a girl shout, "Tully!" And he said I was only to answer to Jane from then on. What do you prefer, Jane? Do you prefer Matilda or Jane? Oh, you weren't sure how to do that? Yeah, I think it's to do with your Google account settings. You can do that. If you go on YouTube and search how to change my YouTube name, you'll find a tutorial, no doubt. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Carol. Oh, taco dinner. Yum, yum. Just quickly, Gina, what are you having in your tacos? No, not yet, Bonnie. Did you email me? I was looking out for it. I'll double check. Hold on. Check my emails. Oh, no. No, I got your you emailed me, but I haven't got your address. Can you email me? Okay, so I'm not going to use the hot glue to stick down these tiny little flowers because that would just be silly. Probably I'd cause more mess than, you know. So I'm just putting the tiniest amount of Tombow down, and then pressing in with my tool. Now this is the old tool that Stampin' Up used to do. We have the new one now, which is pretty much exactly the same. Got a little ball thing on the end of it. Actually, it's got a nifty gluey bit, which actually is quite helpful for picking things up. But not so much leaving them there. Ooh, that sounds exciting, Sheila. Have fun. Okay, right, that one's done. Let's move on. So, do you guys like the twine? Because I wonder if I could grab some yellow. Don't fall down on me, my shelf. Ooh, look what I found. Oh, this is just too cute to pass up, isn't it? Let's do that double bow business again. So this time I do have to be careful not to let them flip round. Although, I guess if they do, it doesn't matter hugely, because you can always play with them afterwards. So I'm just going to tie another bow on top. Okay. Cut a little bit in there. I need to just cut a little bit off there. You've never in my life used up my Stampin' Up ribbon. Oh, I have. I am starting to, yeah, use up ribbon. Because what's the point of it just being there? Ah, now, I'm trying to be careful not to cover up the sunshine bit. So I think I might have to change tack. I might have to go down here with one of my daisies and maybe up here with a bigger one. Oh, there we go, that'll do. So just get it stuck down because you can always manipulate the petals afterwards. Actually, I might have those petals come down like that. There we go. And then afterwards, once it's all stuck down... Oh my goodness, I really missed my nail on that thumb. It's going to take about a couple of weeks for that nail to come back. Never mind. Oh, is that what you're playing with at the moment, Navarana? Happy and shiny. Love it. See, the great thing about your hot glue gun is you can put a tiny little spot on the ribbon and then you can kind of like loop it up a little bit. So you get a bit more of a oh, see, that one came off, but I'm going to hold it there until it cools. Get a bit of a loopy look. Okay, right. I'm going to tuck one of these in somewhere. Go in there. Silver and gold embroidery floss. Oh, yes. Good idea. Okay, now to stick these little flowers in place. So please be inspired, and I go and have a little play with grey and yellow because it's such a fun colour combination. I've seen the combination in home decor for a few years. This is a great little punch for kind of your small pieces. Look, you can get lots of little flowers. The other thing is that they ping around the room. Navarana said to me the other day she wants me to do something on glitter paper. Didn't you? Right, now to find some gems that will go in here. Now, these pearls that I used these yesterday. Now, I think they're meant to be like a really pale blue, but next to the grey, they do take on this kind of greyish hue. So I'm quite happy to use those in the centre there because they look brilliant. So if you haven't got these pearls yet, they are gorgeous, and you get so many of them in your pack. It's nice. And then I've only got one flower on this side. There we go. Let's see what else I've got in my little tray of goodies. Can't say I have anything grey. I do have some of these little gold glitter ones left over, and we could do some clustering. So we could do 1, 2, 3 there. And if you're thinking this feels a bit like deja vu, yes, I did do this yesterday on the cards. A little cluster of 3. Because when you don't have a big, oh, that one's slipping off the glue. When you don't have some big gems, you can compensate by just clustering 3 together. You are my sunshine. Oh, I was going to think of doing something different. Yeah, one of these big ones. Oh, I think I'm going to do that with my fingers instead. There we go. So there we go. These are my cards of the evening, inspired by the Pantone colours of the year. Grey and yellow. If you want the precise colours, you'll need to go to the Pantone website. Oh, I'm wondering if I could put a little gem in there. Or a bit of Winker Stella. A little bit of a wink. Just in there. There we go. That's cute. So really simple technique. Especially if you have some kind of stamping platform. And you basically get two shades of the same colour. I was concentrating then, doing my little dots in my wee little flowers. 2 shades of the same colour and stamp the same sentiment into the middle of both of them. Then cut them up. Now you don't have to cut them the way I've done it. If it's sort of a long sentiment, you might want to cut stripes. But basically you cut them in exactly the same way on both cards, and then you're able to interchange and swap the pieces, which is really fun. And then I've gone for the grey to team with the yellow because of the Pantone colour of the year. But you could try this with all sorts of other colours, but just pick 2 colours and then 2 shades of each colour. And that will just give you this really lovely, kind of very cohesive looking design. Okay, oh, I've got a bit of glue there I need to get rid of. But so there we go. Let me know which one you prefer. There's the one with the gingham ribbon or the one with the grey twine. So let me know which one's your favourite. And thank you so much for popping by. And also, if you're watching this on the replay, thank you for joining us. And while you tell me which your favourite is, I'm going to use up these little flowers that I've got spare here. You like the granular gems, yes. They sort of give the impression that there's sort of, yeah, they're a proper flower centre, don't they? Yeah. I agree. Oh, sorry, I've just got the sniffles. You like number 2 the most, Linda and Bev. You like the twine better. There we go. Yeah, if I'm being really strict, I guess the gingham ribbon is introducing another colour, isn't it? Which is kind of breaking my rule a little bit. Or it could be also the layout that you've got this, even though you've got two things going on here, you've got a different texture there. So you like the ribbon, but you like this, the cluster of flowers. Or the smaller group of flowers. No, I think it's just allergies. I think it might just be dust. Sometimes this just happens. No, I've not been anywhere to catch a cold off anybody. We're stuck at home at the moment. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glitter in here. So we sell these Wink of Stella pens, and they are a great way to add glitter. They last for ages and ages. So look, you can even go around the edge of your pearl if you want to really show off the centres. Look at that. And it's got a lovely brush tip on it, so it's just really nice. There we go. Don't know if you guys can see that. Just adds a little bit of glitter. I'm going to blow my nose. Woohoo. Hi, Cindy. Okay, no problem. Allergic to paper flowers. Yeah, maybe. No, you don't have to use a hot glue gun, Amanda. The only reason I used it was because when I'm making cards on lives, I don't feel like I should really be sitting here for like, I don't know, 2 minutes holding the glue down, waiting for it to dry. I just find it's a bit quicker. So if you've just got wet glue, I would suggest you have second hands or third hands, a wooden peg. Have a wooden peg beside you. So you put some wet glue, put the twine down, then put the flower on top and stick your peg over that, and then go and work on the other card, or work over here. Okay, so wooden pegs, bog standard wooden pegs are your friend in the craft room, because they just help hold things while you wait for things to dry. So that's why I sometimes opt for using the hot glue gun, because especially doing things with you guys, it's just a bit easier. Yeah. But hot glue guns are your friend when it comes to making paper flowers. So if you are thinking of going down that route and doing paper flowers, then you can do. The gorgeous leaves are from All Things Fabulous. Oops, sorry, I've got a mountain of stuff next to me. Where's All Things Fabulous? I haven't put anything away from last night, to be honest, because I've been sorting today. There we go. All Things Fabulous. Okay. Right. Lots of love to you all. Sorry, you're even yawning now. So don't forget to go and comment on my previous video if you want to be in with a chance to winning the canvas. I'll be pulling the winner of that one on Friday. Please share. Tell your friends as well. So I would never thought of using a hot glue gun. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Jan, you're bound to have one. You've got everything in your craft room. You're welcome, Jackie. Take care, Glenna. Lovely to see you. Yeah, you're welcome, Jan. A big hug to you with all that's going on in your personal life, and a big hug to everybody who is feeling sad with the state of the world in general. Okay. Lots of love. Bye.